episode with Banded, and I'm here with Rōzy.
Hi.
I'm so excited to chat with you guys today. I have seen you guys on my feed multiple times. I'm like, okay, I need to hit these girls. I need to hit this band up. I need to dive into their world and learn all about them. So I got a few questions I want to ask y'all today.
Yeah.
Firstly, I want to start off. Hold on, my notes are on my computer right here.
Totally good.
Okay, so give me the origin story behind your group, like your band. I want to like the meaning behind the name, how y'all formed together, how y'all met. I'd love to hear all about
Yeah. Do you want to go first?
Sure. Okay, so we are sisters.
Yeah.
that. Mm-hmm.
Some people say we look exactly like. Some people say no, y'all do not even look related.
Yeah.
But we are sisters, and when we were younger, we had this babysitter, and basically he had the game Rock Band. And we were like, let's try it. And I picked up the drums, and she picked up the vocals or guitar, something like that. And well, one day I was playing a beat in the car or whatever, and my dad used to be a drummer, and basically my mom was like, hey, I hear you keeping that beat, do you want a drum set? And I was like, dang, okay, sure. And so she straight up, it was nothing fancy, it was just the perfect beginner kit, it was just a Tama, whatever, from the pawn shop. And yeah, that's how I started. And then Zoe
I'm the oldest of the both of us, and I was like, I want to do something too. And my mom was like, what do you want to play? Or what do you want to do? And I was like, I'll try guitar because it looks cool,
makes sense.
Yeah, and so she bought me also a guitar from the pawn shop, and for some reason I always assumed if you play guitar you have to sing. So that's kind of how that happened. And then
she was like, let's start a band.
Yeah.
And so it was me and her for like 6 years, literally straight up, just
very Black Keys.
Yeah, it was, we were, doing regular little gigs, like just stuff to get our confidence, boost our confidence and stuff. And then around like sophomore year of high school, we found Brandon.
Yeah.
And because, our not management at the time, but our people were like, hey, y'all should probably think about getting a bass player, because it was just drums and guitar and singing and stuff. And so we met him. Thank God. He was the first one we met, and it just clicked instantly. Yeah. And then later on, we found Charlie.
Yeah, literally last year. Actually, no, it's not to the date. December 12th last year, we added Charlie into the band, and it'll be a whole year since we've had him in.
Yeah.
So, but we've been doing.
So that was a minor glitch in the system, but we're getting right back into it. Where we left off, talking about your most recent member, almost being his 1 year in the band.
Charlie. Yes.
How did he join? Really?
So he joined. So side story, my bass player and I were actually in another cover band, just like making money on the side. And at the time, our bass player for that band left, and he had already known him from school. And so we used him in that band for a while, and I was like, yo, I mean, I think he'd be good for bass, like in our band.
Yeah, because Brandon is really, guitar is his thing, but we just had him as our bass player because that's what we needed at the time. And we were like, dude, if we had Brandon on guitar, like leads and stuff, like we could like another level. Yeah, exactly. So we were like, we should, see if we can get someone else. And then Brandon and Charlie knew each other, and they were like, hey, and they kind of talked, and it kind of just worked out. He joined the band, and then of course Corona hit, and so we haven't done a lot of shows with him, but he still clicks so well. Everybody loves our vibe, so it's really good.
And I love hearing the story of how y'all all just formed and became one and whole as a band, and like hearing y'all's story of how supportive your parent was with saying like, oh, you like this, okay, let's get you this, like that's awesome. It's not really, I mean, for some people it's not always common for like parents to be like, you want to play drums.
Yeah, exactly. It's so rare, and we're so like grateful that our parents and all of our family honestly are super supportive.
100%.
They always come to the shows. Like my dad is the one who drives us.
He's a roadie.
Yeah, and he loves packing and unpacking. Of course, we help him and stuff, but that's just his thing because he was a drummer in a band and he loved it.
And when my mom married him, she was like, "No, my kids are gonna be musicians."
Yeah,
she knew.
She knew. Yeah.
That's
yeah, so they're prepared.
Oh, that's beautiful, dude. I love that. Like, what do you love the most about making music together? Like whether that's writing, playing, like, or like live shows and everything. Like, what do you love the most about just being this kick butt awesome band?
Thanks. Well, basically, Zoe is the main writer of the songs, but I think it's
Mhm.
really cool because, like, she'll get the whole song ready and everything, and she'll be like, "Hey, do you like this better than something else?" And I'll be like, "Yes or no," and she's like, "Hey, can you change a couple things?" And I tell her like what to change, and I put my input on it because me and her have different like styles that we like.
Definitely.
I'm more like the pop stuff that goes on today, and she listens to that too, but she also has like a way more broad, like,
eclectic sound, I
yeah,
guess.
like things that she likes, you know. So yeah, so putting us together, it makes it great. And then also like Brandon, he loves what is it, prog rock,
progressive music,
which is, you know, all types of like cool stuff, you know. And he actually introduced us to that, and so he throws his flair in there, and you
Same
know,
with Charlie,
and same with Charlie. So it works really well together, and that's what I like about it. But I think kind of said everything.
No, you're good. No, my favorite thing I think is my favorite thing is when we play live because like, you know, like with COVID, it's kind of been like, you know, our shows have went from like we used to do 100 shows to like 7 to 10 this whole year,
This
you know.
whole year, yeah.
And but when we do get the opportunity to play, it's like a whole. It's gonna sound silly, but it's like a whole nother like realm we all get up into, you know. Like because we've been playing for so long, no matter what, like if we're to mess up or like if someone, we can all feel each other out really well and catch one another. And when we're in the zone, it's something all together. It's just beautiful.
So awesome. Yeah.
Like, who are some of y'all's like idols? Like people that like you love to listen to on the daily that have inspired you as musicians. Who are those people for you?
Well, I listen to like Ariana Grande a lot. I don't listen. I don't know. It's weird. I don't
She's
listen
her own.
to.
We're two different people, and it makes us sound the way we do. So it's okay.
You like more like.
I like Hailstorm, like Lizzie Hale, definitely. I love front women. Yeah, you know. Like Ash Costello.
Like,
dude, yeah.
I just don't find myself putting it on, like if I'm writing or whatever. But it is fantastic, you know. So.
I totally get it. Totally get it.
And because Hailstorm was the first band we ever saw, like the first concert we ever saw with like a woman was the front.
Yeah, her voice
like, whoa,
so powerful.
Dude, and like I saw her again at when she toured with Alice Cooper when they were at the pavilion, the Cynthia Woods Pavilion here, and I hadn't seen her since like 2015. I was like, holy cow. You're just like in a whole other league. That you know, it's cool to see other women be successful and be like, yeah, I want to be where you're at right now. You know, like Joan Jett, Heart, but like also like Def Leppard, Motley Crue,
and like we grew up listening to that kind of stuff, you know. So I also know it, but
you know,
I think that's a big part of it's a big part of why we love like rock and roll the most, and we get the best like.
Mixture.
The best interaction too from the crowd when we play rock and roll because they do not expect it, you know what I mean? And so it's just even more. It's awesome.
I definitely have to see you guys once quarantine is out of because I'm from the Houston area as well.
Oh really? Yeah.
So I definitely like that's on my list. That's on my bucket list now to get you guys.
Off topic, if you want our next show, well, we were gonna have a show on the 11th, but it got canceled because of COVID. We'll be in Webster on the 31st for New Year's Eve.
Oh heck yeah!
And we'll be playing a New Year's Eve party with another band. But if you want to come, it's at Scout Bar. Yeah, thanks.
Cool. I might just take up that invitation.
Yeah, that would be cool.
I want to talk about y'all's cover of "Come As You Are."
Yes.
That was freaking sick. I heard that. I did Nirvana. So, like, just hearing like how y'all spin on it and like how y'all were just going to town, like the guitar and then the vocals. What made y'all choose that song to cover?
There was a lot of options.
Oh yeah,
because we were like, because at first we weren't gonna like do any type of cover deal. You know, it was just gonna be music, and you know that was the plan.
Yeah.
But like last minute, one of the Derek or was it?
It was
Richard.
Richard. So our manager.
One of our managers was like, y'all should probably like try a cover song, you know, because we told him we do covers, you know, we've been doing it for 10 years already. Like we could do covers too. He was like, y'all should try that. And we're like, okay, like what's it gonna be, you know? And so there was so many different options and brainstorming.
Yeah, but we ended up choosing Nirvana mainly because when I was younger, I used to listen to them like nonstop. You know, everybody gets in a phase.
Yeah.
Like my alarm clock was like not come as you are, heart shaped box like every morning for like junior high. And I just was really infatuated by their music, and so I was kind of like, hey, why don't we do that to kind of like pay an homage to kind of molding me into the human I am today. And so that's kind of why we took that on, and
they all thought it was a great option because you know we couldn't do something that was super like already done. You know, we couldn't do something that was like nobody would really care about or know. And we're like, "Come as you are" is a good like option, you know, and so we just went with it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah,
it was so funny because I went on y'all's Spotify to like here's listening to y'all's jams, and then I saw I was like, I'm like, no way. I was like, no way. And as soon as I heard the beginning riff, I was like, I like them a lot. I like it. They got extra seasoning that I love seeing. Like I'm really big on this, but I love seeing rock and roll women in this industry.
Heck yeah,
for it. Like that makes my heart freaking burst. Like how you were talking about Lizzie Hale, and how she is like this powerhouse front woman, and there's definitely like there's definitely people, rock idols like Joan Jett and Debbie Harry, people from like years upon years ago, still rock legends, have like given women today that stepping stone to be how that woman, that boss rock and roll woman that they've always been born. Like I freaking love it. It just it makes me happy. There needs to be more of it.
Hands down,
we agree.
Our mom is super big on girl power and just like really empowerment.
She always
in yourself.
has been, you know.
And so that's kind of why we ended up taking that on. Yeah. Personally,
it works out, man.
Yeah. Like, how have y'all been in quarantine? Like, how has quarantine kind of made y'all kind of do things differently, whether that's creatively or performance wise? Like, how is it kind of, I don't want to say like affected, but you know what I mean? Like, how has it shaped y'all this year? Like, having to do things in a different way because of social distancing and shows being the way that they are now.
Yeah.
I mean, it definitely, it's because performing, when we perform, that's me, like that's my true essence. I feel like it's probably our true essence of every single one of us. Is when we're on stage. And so just not really getting that opportunity to do it as much as we've been doing. It's pretty sad. Definitely kind of sucks, not gonna lie. It's like a piece of you kind of missing until you get the opportunity to come back on, And definitely that's not been the best part, but I mean I feel like a lot of it is too is lots of reflection on just like us as humans, or at least me as a human. And just really kind of figuring diving myself and diving deeper into ourselves, and
a lot of writing, just trying to be prepared for when things do come back, if they do.
God willing.
Because when we release or before we release the first single, Come As You Are, we were planning everything like after March, you know what I mean? We didn't know March was gonna hit like that, and so we sat on the song for like a good month or so because we were like, we don't know.
We sat on it for like 4 months.
We sat on it for a long time.
Like June.
Yeah, we sat on it for a long time because we didn't really know, and our managers were like, yo, we're just sitting on this good music. We don't know when or what's gonna happen, like if it's gonna get better. And so we kind of just started it, and I don't think it's been like I don't think it's affected us badly. If anything, like people are at home more, like especially when the song came out and people were like, dang, what is everybody doing? So when we released it, it got a lot of attention, thanks to our
management
and label and stuff. But I don't think anything's been too
about everything.
Yeah, about the next steps of whatever we're releasing or whatever we're doing, you know? So just being safe and cautious and smart with everything.
And it hasn't been easy, man.
Yeah.
It's been like the entertainment industry honestly has been
suffering,
affected by it, because I mean, like fans can't go see their favorite people, musicians can't do what they love and stuff. But it's awesome to hear musicians are like still, behind the scenes finding that silver lining and then putting all of their reflection into their art. What can we expect like in 2021 with RoZy?
Well, we've got a new music video and single that'll be dropping hopefully January 15th.
We just got the date like
this morning,
like
so
the official so far
around that time at least,
January 15th.
We'll be doing that. We'll hopefully be touring by the late spring, as well as
we've got some new opportunities that literally just came up, and
like this week.
Yeah, and so
we're really
hopefully
excited.
Touring. We got a single and a music video on January 15th.
We'll be doing a festival in Houston, House Wired. With like Drowning Pool, POD, Trapped, and like a bunch of other big rock legends. So we're super excited about that.
So far.
Yes, that's awesome.
Thank you.
Like y'all are gonna be busy.
Oh yeah,
already
excited.
That's freaking exciting, guys. I am so pumped for you guys. Like y'all. I mean, I've seen y'all's YouTube. Like y'all's videos are like blowing up. Y'all are getting a lot of different fans coming from every single part of the freaking universe.
Dude, it's nuts.
It's crazy. Like we have 2 songs out.
We were looking at the Wrapped 2020 Wrapped, and like our biggest fan base is in Brazil.
Wow.
We were never
what?
People in Brazil and so they love rock.
Dude, hard, dude. And we realized we're like, oh my gosh.
Thank you so
much. Like our Wrapped, we have like 88 countries.
Yeah.
We're like, we have 2 songs. Like 2 songs. Like what?
And it was crazy because like we're looking at all of our other like friends that are in bands, and like they have like hit 91, 90, and we're just like, man, like
we have 2.
We have 2 songs. We've never toured. Like never really done a tour.
Yeah, nothing legit.
We've been out technically since July 17th, because that's when the first single dropped, and I mean we've already
that's like what, 6 months?
4 months.
4 months.
July,
and we hit 88 countries. We were so shocked. That was such a big like accomplishment for us. Like but hopefully we'll get that. How many countries are there? I don't know.
180.
Okay. Well, hopefully we'll get all of them.
At least half.
I mean,
90. Oh, that's like 90. So I mean, okay, we're almost
there. Manifestation. What are y'all social medias for people to like find you, follow you guys? How can like fans keep up with you? All that stuff.
You can pretty much find us on every social media platform at the RoZy Official. If you want to find out like our next shows or want to get like super in detail, you can go to our website at rozyofficial.com. And it's kind of where we post everything. If you want to say hey, shoot us a DM, like, it's a good time. That's kind of where you can find us.
Well, guys, it has been a freaking delight. Guys, talking to you guys for a little bit. I look forward to seeing you guys at a show super soon, knowing that we're both Houston natives.
Yes.
I wholeheartedly intend on meeting you guys super soon in the near future. That's gonna happen.
Yes. That would be so fun.
Guys, it has been awesome. It's Angel with Bandit. This is RoZy, and keep on rocking.
Hey. Bye.
Bye.
My hands are shaking, cut it, baby. I can't take no more.